Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Sean Huggins and this is the Owls with Tugs. Thank you so much for being here. Today, we are here with Not Quite British 18, and this is my first experience using the NHS, American in England. Oh baby. Link to the original video down in the description as always. I'm assuming the NHS is probably the healthcare system from context clues here. But we're going to find out what the experience is like for an American living in England. And yeah, we're going to do that right now. So yeah, let's waste no more time yapping and just hop straight into it. Here we go.
Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My
Hello.
name is Kim and this video will be about my first time using the NHS. So the NHS, for those of you who don't know, stands for the National Health Service. It is a public healthcare system here in the UK.
So I was right.
So I will be talking about my experience and in comparison to my experience using private healthcare in the US. So the first time I used NHS was actually a few years ago. This was before I moved to the UK. I was here visiting and I had gotten sick. So I didn't want to go to the hospital. So I decided the best thing to do was go to the local GP's office. So I called the office and I was able to get an appointment within a few days. I was told that I had to pay a fee because I wasn't a citizen, but I was fine with that because I needed to be seen. So I went to the GP's office.
What's GP?
And
General
I had to
practitioner?
fill out some paperwork, my name, the address where I was staying, and any medications I was taking, along with any medical issues. So after filling out this paperwork, I had to sit in the waiting area. There were other people waiting as well. And I noticed that there was a display screen. And when it was time for someone to be seen by the doctor, this display screen would have the person's name and room number. So I had never seen that before at all in my experience with using healthcare in the US. Usually what happens in the US is that a nurse comes into the waiting area, she yells your name, Kimberly, and then, you know, you walk back with her, and then she takes your weight, height, and blood pressure. After that, she walks you to one of the little private rooms where you're actually seen by the doctor. And then you have to go in there and wait again for the doctor. So that is one of the things that annoys me about
lots of waiting,
using the healthcare in the US, is that you have to wait twice. So you wait in the waiting area, and then you wait in the small private room to be seen by the doctor. So I remember one time I was waiting so long that I got bored and I got kind of curious about like some of the in the little rooms they have like drawers with different medical equipment and things in there.
Oh.
Or not really equipment.
Started snooping around.
Tools. So I noticed in one of the drawers there was a like one of those reflex hammers that they use to like hit your knee and check your reflexes. So I thought to myself,
let me check my own reflexes.
Hit my knee and my own knee, and if it will kick out. So I actually did that while I was waiting. I probably shouldn't have reached in the drawer and got the reflex hammer, but I did that.
That's funny.
My knee kicked out. So I found out I had good reflexes and that I could actually use the hammer on my own knee. Anyway, so yeah, one of the things that I did like about using the NHS was that the doctor was already in the room. This was amazing to me because, like I said, this never happens in the US, and the doctor was already in there. It's almost like the room is his own private office. He has a computer in there, a desk in there.
Yeah, this is how it also is in Germany, which is pretty cool. At least in my experience, the doctor just stays in that room and then all the patients go to that room to meet with the doctor. In America, it's kind of the opposite. They put the patients in all the different rooms and then the doctor will like walk around and go into each of the different rooms and stuff. Kind of interesting.
In the US, that's usually
weird.
Separate. They do have the little private rooms where you're seen by the doctor, but then usually the doctor has another like personal office down the hall somewhere else. So it looks like in using NHS, they kind of combine the two. So like I said, the doctor is already in there which was amazing.
Yeah, that's
So
nice.
we talked about 10 minutes about some of the symptoms I was experiencing, and he was able to provide me with some medication. And so the other convenient thing was I like the fact that the pharmacy, or I think here they call it the chemist, it was
The
already
chemist.
connected to
That's
the GP's
crazy.
office. So I was able to,
Ah, the chemist is attached to the doctor's office. Another thing that just so happened to be the same in Germany, in my experience, was the pharmacy or the chemist was basically attached to the doctor's office that I would go to. Which, again, is not the case in America. Usually pharmacies in America are, I mean, there's like millions of them everywhere. They are literally everywhere, but still usually not attached to the doctor's office. It's its own standalone building, kind of like a convenience store by itself, which also has a pharmacy in it. Or you might have a pharmacy in a large grocery store or something like that. Something like a Walmart or a Target would probably have a pharmacy in it. So there's pharmacies all over. They just happen to not usually be attached to, the doctor's office. Interesting. But like I said, not the case in Germany. In Germany, it was pretty much how she's describing it right here.
get the prescription, walk it over to the pharmacist, and I was able to get the prescription filled within, I think it maybe took about 30 minutes or so. It really didn't take too long.
Yep.
And plus, I was willing to wait for it because I needed to get well. So I got the prescription, and I took the prescription for about 2 days, and I felt so much better.
Cool.
So
That's good.
that was my experience using NHS. It was a positive experience, and I was able to feel better for the remainder of my time or my
Nice.
visit in the UK. But this was my experience, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in
Thanks.
the next one. Bye.
All right, hold on a second. Let's see here. I saw this down here. In this video, I talk about my experience using NHS. I paid approximately $20 US for the GP visit and $8 US for the medication. Wow. So as a tourist at this time, as a non-citizen who was just visiting the country, she was able to go to the doctors and pay $20 to see the doctor and $8 for the medication. Whew, that is actually incredible, not gonna lie. Definitely a far cry from what is happening in America. America, it seems like the system is kind of set up as like a for-profit business, more so than a way to kind of take care of people. And that sucks, obviously that sucks. I don't think it should be that way. I think it should be like, if you need medical attention, you could get medical attention and you don't have to like lose your house because of it, if you ask me. Maybe that's a crazy statement, but that's what I think. But I'm curious what you guys think about it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And when you're done there, please consider subscribing. We're trying to hit that magical 1,000 subscriber mark, so it'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you in advance. But that being said, that's all the time that I have for today. So thank you guys for being here. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.